Hey everybody, this is Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. We had a beautiful day outside yesterday. It was about 70 degrees. It felt like spring. I went outside and filled up all the bird feeders and the bird baths and just cleaned up a little bit in the yard and in my workshop outside. It really got me in the mood to plan my garden for this spring and summer. I have a traveler's notebook insert that is going into the shop in just a few minutes, and I wanted to share that. It has a lot of really pretty elements. It's tied with a piece of this twine, very country looking, very organic, and this is a standard size. It's about 4.33 or, just a little bit more for the cover, I guess. There is a beautiful image on the front from some fabric that I had left over after making an apron for work. The fabric on the outside, I can never think of what it's called. This kind of a shiny chintz, I think it is. Beautiful floral fabric, and it almost feels like it should be on the cover of a garden journal as far as the finish. I don't know, it just looks a little bit like the plastic sheeting that you see on greenhouses. So in the inside cover, there's this little card that has one of my garden fairies printed on it. Well, it's not mine. It's one that I have scanned into a set of garden cards. Very old image, and this beautiful fabric here, that is something I found recently and don't have much of that left, but I love the image, the little flowers on that. That's an April Cornell fabric. This beautiful little fabric here, the little kitty cat, this came from some vintage fabric from around the 70s, and I just listed some of that at abitofbirdsong.com. It is really, really sweet. There's a piece of wallpaper, more wallpaper with a botanical theme, and the pocket here. There is a card from a paint chip, as they call them, paint sample. I have stamped the page numbers on some of the pages, and I love it when the ink crosses over. I like for things to feel earthy, primitive, grungy sometimes. I thought this graph paper would be nice if you want to plot out a little garden section. There are some beautiful vintage pages from an old garden book and some of the tea stained and then dyed paper that I do. Beautiful image of a butterfly. You can see there's a lot of space to write and to plan, but there are also a lot of vintage botanical images to inspire you. There is an old library card that says Nature Study, and you can write on the back of that. There is a piece of the paper that I scanned from a very old ledger from the late 1800s, and there were some old flower petals, and I just scanned those together to make a botanical page. And just more paper to write on, more beautiful images, more graph paper. There is a book page, the kitchen garden and the wood. There's fennel on that page, more of my tea-stained dyed paper, and just an image from a large book of roses that I have, more paper to write on. Here's a little strip of wallpaper that was put in to create a pocket, and you can slip things in there for safekeeping. There's a little tab from the paint chip that says Green Earth. More paper that you can write on. I did a little bit of stamping in here, but not too much. There's clematis. And in the center, we have a beautiful image from an old child's garden catalog cover. Here's another image from the fabric, just a really sweet little garden image. And I think I missed a page. More paper, and more paper, some stamping. Here is the other side of that little wallpaper pocket, and there's another garden fairy inside. Another stamp, another page from the roses. As you can see, we're on to the other side. I love the way this turned out. Just the little, I don't know what caused that. I don't remember. I think maybe I had string in between the pages or something. That's pretty neat though. I like that. I love that color for a garden. There's grapevine, fennel, strawberry, just words and images to inspire you, and a lot of room to write and to plan. There's another pocket with a library card that says Song to Spring. And I did keep numbering. Not every single page is numbered, but here we're up to page 75. There's another butterfly. And page 81, 82. So you can see there are 84 pages if you count front and back. There's another little card with the thistle fairy, the thistle plant from Scotland, and there are some pages for note-taking and list keeping in the back. And that is that complete journal, my stamp on the back. I did not put any charms on these strings because if you're going to put this into a traveler's notebook or Midori, I didn't think that it would be a good idea to have charms that might bulk up the inside. But I left the strings long in case you want to add something and use this journal independently from a outside notebook or a Midori or something like that. So that's the entire book, and that's going into the shop right now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.